I remember I went to a church, and the lady asked me, she said, "Are you Simeon?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Your mother said she could count." I told her, "You made my day." I didn't know she had said that. She said, "I can count on Simeon because there's no one like mine, no one." But it would be 30 days before I would see her after Emmitt was kidnapped. We had to go through there, we had to prepare for a trial. We had to give our deposition. We had a young black man from Jackson, wasn't scared of nothing. He helped us. His name was Emmitt. He helped us. He told us how to give a deposition. One of the things he wanted said, never tell a lie. Tell what happened. I've never lived to take back anything about the Emmitt story. I've always told the truth. When my dad asked me, he said, "What happened?" I said, "He whistled at Calvin Klein." I said it 55 years ago. I'm still saying it today. He whistled at Calvin Klein. But the neighbor was pleading with my dad, said, "Please, they're going to kill you." Finally, my dad said, in the book here, read his quote. You can use it wherever you want to go. He said, "I know one thing. I know I'm going to testify. Whether I live, I don't know." My brother Robert and I, we saw how my dad had taken courage. We took courage and we went back home. We stayed there. We picked cotton. I was prepared to testify against these men. I was the one to identify the ring that he was wearing. I went to the court every day. But they never called me because Emmitt's mother came down and she identified the ring on the stand. The verdict came in, you all know the verdict, but you didn't see the rejoicing. They were rejoicing, rejoicing. One white lady said, "You're not going to believe this. God was in the verdict." And this is what I said. I said, God wasn't on that jury. God was not on that jury. It was 12 white men. Could you imagine 12 years of age walking from that trial? The white folks rejoicing. Not all of them, the segregationists. When I said white folks, I'm talking about the segregationists. There's a difference. The good white folks was afraid to help. They was afraid to get involved. But the segregationists, they were rejoicing. I look back as my dad and John Crawford walking to the car. I had this thought. I had the same thought now. I said, we had no one to help us. No one. Except one young black man from Jackson, Mississippi, named Emmitt. Even the sheriff testified for the defense. Who ever heard of such a thing? But that's the system I lived out there. That's why we can't stop. You have kids, get your baseball bat, plastic of course, and make them do their homework. Tell them they can become lawyers. Tell them they can become doctors. No one ever told me that I could become a lawyer. They never told me that. So what happened? I became a dumb pipe fitter. Why dumb? Because pipe fitting work is hard work. Almost hard as chopping cotton. Anybody here ever chop cotton? No one. House there. One lady. It's so bad that this. I used to stand in the cotton field and bite the calluses out of my hand. My dad used to sharpen that hoe in the morning. You know how you're sleeping real good? You're in Never Never Land, and I could hear that plow going across that hoe. And I said to myself, if I thought crying would help, I would cry. But crying would help. We have some funny things about my dad. He was a funny man. He was a strong man. He believed in corporal punishment. He got me about 3 times. He probably would have got more, but my mother didn't play that. She didn't. That's why I love mothers. So you ain't gonna beat up on my babies. He would walk through the room. He never said get up. He would walk through the room. We all slept in this one room. There's a diagram in the book. 3 brothers. We all actually there were 4 sons that we all slept in the same room because he wasn't walking around the house to wake us up. He walked through the room and he said, boys, boys, boys. He'd keep walking. My cousin, he's funny. Emmitt Wright. He said, what happened when he came back through there? You guys was in the bed. I said, we don't know. We don't know. And we laughed about it now. I said, we should have challenged him. But I think he probably would have turned that bed over. But he was fair. He was tough, but he was fair. He fought the system almost single-handedly. Thank God for Medgar Evers. He fought it and we lost. But I tell the people in Mississippi that I'm going to have to close. I said, those men got away with murder. I said, the jury said not guilty. I said, they didn't pay for their crime. But the state of Mississippi is still paying for that crime. Many organizations refuse to locate them because of Emmitt. They were not located. And they realize that now. They're trying to right the wrongs that has happened, but they fail to apologize. They won't apologize. They come close, but they won't exact equality. One sheriff said, well, I wasn't there then. But you can apologize for the office. But for those of you that have heard about Emmitt, you've read stories about it, you've gone on the internet, you've read books, you've heard the relatives talking about it. If you want to know the truth, if you want to know what happened at the store, if you want to know what happened in my bedroom, and I tell people, if you can finish this without crying, you're pretty good. You're real good. So how about you? I wrote this story.